From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go! Try it 38! Try it 38!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's complete to John Ross. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Sturgis for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Watson now to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big-time play there for the Texans. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. A shotgun snap for Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game. Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14. Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. This one taken from the 7. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey. 4 down. Kill.
Off play action. Golden. They'll roll him out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake. Golden. Swipe, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And now out comes Houston. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Here's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Fielded at the 33. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. Finding some room at midfield. And finally down at the 32-yard line. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Come on, let's go. What? None
Off play action. Golden. And this is incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Operating from the gun. Golden. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Sturgis adds the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they'll go on the ground. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease.
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Micah Kaiser was in on the tackle.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Here's Foreman. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Here's another 2nd and goal, this time from half the distance closer. Now they try the right side here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Texans draw a bit closer. Now Matt Prater for the point after. Prater for the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And this will be incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
From the gun, Golden. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Whoosh. Missed.
This will not go down. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, and their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to roll out right and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Off the play fake. Golden under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Golden out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Now Sturgis on to add the extra point. Sturgis for the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Watson. Flush to his right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
They had enough yards for the 1st down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No 1st down.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And now the Texans are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game. Extra point good by Prater. And that will get him one closer. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Golden. He finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Golden. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Golden. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hoffman. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Red 38! Red 38! Ohio! Ohio!
Operating from the gun. Golden. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
And they'll run it here. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming over run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Richmond! Black 22! Black 22!
And on the ground they go with the running back. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 62 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Watson hands this to Foreman. He's to the 10, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans are in for 6. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure If something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On first down, Golden. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw on second down, Golden. And the pressure gets to him again. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Defensively, it was Tremont Smith with the tackle.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Third and long, it's Watson. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
It's taken to the 26. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This quarterback now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Back to throw. Golden. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
From the gun, Golden. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And here comes the Texans now. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Come on, let's go.
On 1st and 10, Golden throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Golden working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Off play action. Golden. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Give them 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
Throwing on 1st down. Golden. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
To throw again. Golden. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Golden. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. A carry for Foreman. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Again, it's Foreman. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally, I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Richmond.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. And he finds Seals Jones complete. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now Foreman. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They run again with Foreman. $12 yards is the pickup there, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Foreman. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
They'll try the air now with Watson. And he's got it. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. In for the score. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now, here come the Bengals. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Golden. And that is incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Ohio! Ohio!
Throwing again. Golden. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Looking at this situation, if they get a field goal out of this, it helps. But a touchdown would really help into going to secure the victory.
You know what I'm thinking right here? In the West Coast offense, in their parlance, every time they throw the football, they say you're either throwing it for a touchdown or a check down. In this case, it's either taking time off the clock or getting that touchdown that really puts you in firm control. I think they'll go either way on this one.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And they'll go on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. Now Watson, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. He'll buy some, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. Prater on to add the extra point. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term compliment?
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. From the gun, Golden. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Gerald Everett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. Sturgis adds the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. Throwing now, Watson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And they'll run it here. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And he's able to put it through. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Operating from the gun. Golden. And that is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And Watson's going to throw it here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Now it's Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Houston, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it'll be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 6-10. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.